Good evening and welcome back to the channel.
Yes, welcome back everybody. Hope you've all had a great weekend and hope you're all doing okay. In this video we wanted to share with you our plans and our preparations for our summer trip this year.
Late spring, early summer.
Yeah.
Is it early summer? It is early summer. Early summer trip to
Dave, you don't even know what day of the week it is at the moment.
the Outer Hebrides. We're going to the Outer Hebrides, people.
And when are we going, Dave?
June. I think.
Yeah. We're off for 2 weeks, and we thought we'd just like to share some of our preparations and the route that we're going to be taking, and some information and what we got so far. So what have we got booked so far? Well, we've got all our ferries booked finally. We're going with obviously CalMac, which are the ferry operators up there, and I was going to ask you how easy it's to book, Dave, but
Easy, so don't.
Yeah, he's not.
Just go online and book it online. All you need is the information of your length of your caravan, motorhome, whichever you've got. Dimensions, height, width, length, etc. And then the prices go up according to how big or small your rig is.
That's right. So, and one of the things you can do is you can do a multi-trip booking. So if you are obviously going outbound and travelling all the way down using I call them the internal ferries, but the smaller ferries between the islands, you can put it all on one ticket, which is what we've done. So we've got our ferries booked. One of the things that was quite important to us for booking early was to make sure that we could get into the pet lounge.
For Marlo, that is.
For Marlo.
Not for me. For Marlo. Although I will be with him.
Put you in the pet lounge, darling. So I know some people and their pets are quite happy if they're left in the motorhome, but Marlo's never been left, and I really didn't want to kind of drop him in the deep end and have to end up leaving him in the motorhome. I think we would have struggled with that, wouldn't we?
I would never do that.
Yeah.
Not for that kind of period of time. No chance.
Yeah, we've managed to get him booked into the pet lounge. That could come with a whole new challenge because he's a bugger with stairs and stuff like that, isn't he? But
it depends on the floors as well, but we've got a plan B. We've got a plan.
I think I have it all pole. I think I've got it sussed out. I might be able to get him in. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. I think he'll be fine. So our itinerary. We're so where we're travelling from, honey?
We're travelling from Hullapool, but we're travelling from here first.
I was going to say, how will we get to Hullapool?
We're driving from here, and we're going to go straight up the A1, all the way up the A1, and we're going to end up Edinburgh area.
Yeah, we're going to take a couple of days to get up there, and we're going to hopefully stay somewhere around the outskirts of Edinburgh. There's a couple of places we've stayed in the past that we're going to look at. Then from there we're going to head up to Ullapool, and we're going to stay at the Broomfield caravan site at Ullapool. It's a huge site, but you can't book it, you can't pre-book it.
So you just got to turn up. But we've been assured that at that time of year, he's never, ever, ever full.
No,
until we rock up, and he'll be full. However, there is a plan B for Ullapool.
There is, yeah, and a C. Plan C.
And a plan C, because there's a couple of campsites just outside, and there's also a car park where the Asda is. It's
Tesco's.
Not Tesco's, sorry, I apologise. Tesco's. Yeah. It's not a Tesco's car park, because the Tesco's car park's got its own car park. It's next to the Tesco's car park.
Oh, is it? Is it not part of
And it is no, and it's a dedicated motorhome stopover car parky site, if you like. It hasn't got any facilities. There's no facilities there.
But we're only
just car park
anyway, aren't we? So.
You just park up there. You pay your money. I can't remember how much it was. It's not a lot. Probably about £8 a night or something around about that. £10 a night or something to park overnight. So that's our plan C.
Yeah.
Our plan B would be to go to
Well, there's Ardmere Point, which is probably a couple of miles up the road going out, isn't it? We stayed there in September last year. Mm. After that, we've got our ferry crossing. So on the Monday, then we're going across to Stornoway. That ferry crossing's about 2 hours 45 minutes. So we'll land in Stornoway round about 1:15 in the afternoon.
My eldest lad was born in Stornoway, so I've been to Stornoway before.
Yeah.
Flying visit man.
Yeah.
Literally. I've spent a number of years in the Outer Hebrides when I was a young soldier, and really didn't appreciate it at all. I was young, and the Hebrides wasn't really it. It was like, bleak and cold and windy and wet and everything that I didn't want. But now, I've got older and a bit bolder and a bit greyer. I really didn't appreciate it, so I really need to go back and appreciate the beauty of the place, because it is absolutely phenomenally beautiful.
See it through a different set of eyes.
Yeah.
So when we get to Stornoway, we're going to be travelling up north in Lewis, and our second campsite it'll be, is the Uncle's Croft campsite. We found this watching a couple of YouTube videos, and it's quite quirky. It's right up our street, really, but we're planning to stay there for a couple of nights. I spoke to the lady at the campsite to ask her about sort of, is it the Butt of Lewis, which is where the lighthouse is, and Europa Beach. Apologies if I've said that wrong. What it's like in terms of walking distance, and basically she said if we walked from the campsite up to the lighthouse, back down to the beach, and back to the campsite without stopping, you could probably do it in an hour and a half. So we've given ourselves a full day to be able to just get out the van and get some walking in and just explore some of the area.
Get the pud on the beach and get him running, because you'll love that.
Apparently that beach is supposed to be beautiful. So we're there for 2 nights, and then we're going to be moving on southwards to our next stop, which will be the Hogbost campsite in Kinloch, Lewis. And we're there for 2 nights, and from there we'll then be getting the ferry across from Levenberg to Berneray, North Uist. From there we have decided to stay at the Otter's Edge campsite for 4 nights.
And that's just outside Benbecula.
We've placed ourselves centrally, because what we decided to do was, rather than do lots of one-night stops, we would space ourselves there, and we would just sort of
travel to and from
to different places at our leisure, or just spend a day on the beach. It's meant to be a leisurely trip, so we will take it as it comes. After that, we're going to get the ferry from Eriskay to Barra, and we're spending 3 nights on Barra at the Bove campsite. That looks, again, it's we picked this up on somebody's, I can't remember the chap's video we watched, JP Lacrosse.
Yeah.
He's done a series of videos on the Hebrides, and he stayed there, and it looks a fabulous place. And I spoke to the chap there again, lovely local man, and he was like, don't worry. I said to him, do you want me to pay you now? And he was like, no, don't worry. He said, I'll put your name on the board, and then I said, I'll see you when you arrive and everything. So
so
just hope I'll get on the board.
Our name will be on the board.
So we're going to spend 3 nights there, and we're going to have an explore around again. We'll just walk, we'll just jump in the van and go somewhere. Hoping to go on to Battersea as well. Yeah. And then that's getting towards the end of our 2 weeks, when we'll be taking the ferry crossing from Castle Bay to Oban. So that's where the places we're stopping and the kind of route we're going to be taking. I've put a map up as well that sort of shows our route and everything. But places we're going to visit, we haven't really thought about that yet.
Beaches.
There's certainly going to be beaches, because we like beaches and Mallow likes beaches and that. There'll probably some places that are familiar to people, but we're hoping to sort of find some little gems, if there's any little gems left to be found.
Yeah, we'll visit the local community shops and do some content in the doing a bit of shopping in the local shops, fish I like my fish. Pam loves her fish, langoustines, all that kind of stuff, and you can't beat. You can't beat it out there. It's just so fresh and so beautiful, and so we're doing a bit of that. We're doing some what do you call it? You want to get some tweed, don't you? Harris tweed.
Oh yes, I want to.
I know you can get Harris tweed anywhere these days, but.
Yeah, I want to buy Harris tweed.
When you're in Harris.
When I'm in Harris. Then I know I bought this Harris tweed.
You got this Harris tweed from Harris, not from around the corner.
I bought it in a shop on Harris, yeah. I'm really excited about it. You're really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I mean, for a different experience rather than...
Yeah, I mean, I've been to the Hebrides before, Benbecula, North Uist, South Uist.
Well, that's where you lived, isn't it?
I lived there for 3 years when I was in the forces, when I was in the army out there, because it's a big forces place, or it used to be. It's not so much now, they're closing it all down. So yeah, I spent a lot of time there. I didn't appreciate it at all.
You swam with dolphins, didn't you?
I swam with dolphins, yeah, that was an experience.
I don't think you can get any better experience than spotting dolphins off the coast and swimming with them in their natural environment.
Off the coast? There was about 10 metres off the beach, honey.
Well...
Hardly off the coast. I'd paddle in. I wasn't even that deep in water. I wasn't even waist deep in water, no.
Wow.
And it was there.
What an experience.
Yeah, no, it's like, no more than 10 metres off the beach away. That's where everybody was swimming with them. There's not off the coast at all. They came to us.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
You got Tam on your own with them before the news got out, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was your dog that found them, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Spotted them in the first place.
Yeah, the dog, yeah.
So what's it cost us so far? Bearing in mind, this is where Dip faints. So bearing in mind, these prices are as of February this year, 2025. So if you're watching this in the future, check out the websites. Prices obviously will have changed. But our ferries have come to £548.75.
That's for all of them?
So that's for all of them. So that's 4 ferry trip crossings, really. Our campsite total at the moment is £332. So that's what we've paid out so far.
Mm-hmm.
Additional costs to consider. Well, obviously the most obvious one is your diesel. That's going to be one of your biggest costs on that. So we're budgeting around about.
I'm estimating I'm gonna do approximately 1,500 mile. Is I ish. So if I go for 1,500 miles, and that's about 5 tanks of fuel, because I get about 300 miles to the tank ish.
Yeah.
Right. And a tank of fuel costs somewhere in the region of about 90 quid, 100 quid, depends where you buy it from. So I'm estimating in diesel costs, I'm going to spend about 500 quid on diesel.
Other costs to consider, food, drink. So we've got to eat and drink. Some of that we'll do some local shopping, some that we'll eat out. And then any little gifts or mementos we get. I can't think of anything.
Well, we'll be doing some Christmas shopping, won't we? We'll get some Harris tweed.
Yeah.
For certain. And it won't be just for you, will it? It'll be for a few people, I should imagine.
Right. You've just told them what I'm getting for Christmas now.
Oh, you have.
You have.
I've told them who's getting for Christmas. Who's getting Harris tweed for Christmas? I don't know.
So that was just to give you an idea of our preparation so far, give you an idea of what we've done so far, and what we've got left to do. Give you a bit of an idea of what costs are, if it's something that you're thinking of maybe doing. If anybody's got any questions, please feel free to drop it in the comments below. We'll do our best to answer them. It is the first time we've done a trip of this sort of magnitude, especially with ferries and everything. But also, if you've also done this trip yourselves and there's any places that
you recommend us go and visit,
to go and visit, drop us a comment. Places to eat. If you found any.
The Dark Island Hotel.
That's Dave's recommendation.
And the Gorgori Hotel. And if I remember rightly, the Gorgori Hotel, which is on North Uist, I think, has a selection of whiskies. Massive selection of whiskies. Expensive as well, but yeah, I think if I remember rightly.
Them costs have just gone up. So yes, if you've got any recommendations, please let us know in the comments below. Or if you've got any questions, again, pop them in the comments below. We do answer every comment that we get. And I think that's it for this update.
Apart from, if you like our content, you like what you see, please make a comment below and subscribe. It's free and it does help us.
It is. So we hope you join us on our journey. And we're going to have a few more trips, weekends away in between.
And do we have a notifications bell?
There is, yes. If you click on the notifications bell, that will then alert you to any new content that we upload.
New content and new videos. And then you can, yay.
So it's learning.
I'll try.
So have a great evening, everybody. Have a great week. And we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. Love you to bits. Thank you.
See you all later, guys. Ta-ra.